engram contains many things: pain and unconsciousness, and all the perceptions of the incident. But by far the most damaging of these are the spoken words recorded when you're unconscious.
What the hell do you think you're doing out there? You can't relax. You gotta push yourself. You gotta push, and never let up for a second.
Like hypnotic suggestions, these recordings can be triggered by something in the environment and cause you to think or behave irrationally.
I got it. Dave, relax, man. For God's sakes, it's supposed to be a friendly game.
Here's an example of a woman who receives an engram containing spoken language.
Hey, don't walk away from me. I'm talking to you.
This woman is knocked unconscious. Her analytical mind is shut down, and her reactive mind is now recording everything that is happening to and around her. She is told that she's a faker,
You're such a fake.
that she's no good,
You are no good. You hear me? No good.
that she's always messing things up,
You're always messing things up.
and that she's always changing her mind.
Always changing your mind. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it.
The recording of this engram contains a running record of all her perceptions. In addition to the spoken words, the engram also contains the sound and pain of the kick,
Get up.
the feel of the floor, the sounds of the chair overturning and objects being thrown to the floor, the sound of a motorcycle passing by on the street below, and a faucet running in the bathroom, as well as the smell of the man attacking her and the tone and emotion in his voice.
Hear me?
The fact that she's unconscious is also included in that engram, along with all the other perceptions. To her reactive mind, the pain of the kick is identified with the overturning chair, which is identified with the sound of the passing motorcycle, which is identified with the running faucet, which is identified with the fact that she is a faker, that she is no good and changes her mind, which is identified with the voice tones and emotions of the man.
Always messing things up.
Every single perception in this engram equals every other perception in this engram.
Always changing your mind.
This engram now lies hidden in her reactive mind, and it can lie there dormant for a very long time until something activates it. What causes this activation? In the future, when this woman is tired or stressed out, and her present environment contains enough similarities to the elements found in the engram, that engram will become active. For example, if one evening the faucet were running and she heard the sound of a motorcycle passing by outside, and at the same time her husband was yelling at someone in a similar tone of voice as he used in the original incident,
What do you mean he's gonna back out?
the engram would become activated. This is called a key-in. A key-in is the first time an engram gets activated. She might experience a pain in her leg where she was kicked earlier. The pain is her reactive mind's stupid attempt to warn her that she is in a dangerous place, that she should leave.
Sweetheart, you ready? It's almost time to go.
And the words spoken in the engram
Always changing your mind.
will become commands in the present, and she will change her mind.
No, just go without me, honey. I'm really tired.
What?
I just don't want to go.
And although her husband was accusing her of faking her injury at that moment,
Such a fake.
her reactive mind will take that comment very literally.
I don't want to go there because I think I'm a faker or I feel like a faker. I'm really tired.
That's your problem. You never support me.
This woman thinks she's made these decisions rationally. She thinks she's worried about her fight with her husband. She has no idea that she's nervous because her engram has been keyed in. And once keyed in, it can now be easily played back again and again. For example, sometime later, when this woman is tired or stressed, she hears a man yelling at someone
Hear me?
as a motorcycle passes by. These are re-stimulators, things in her environment that are similar enough to the perceptions in the engram to cause it to become reactivated or re-stimulated. She starts to feel nervous, but she doesn't know why. When her child knocks over a vase, she begins to act out the engram.
Always messing things up.
Always messing things up.
In other words, she will say and do to her child exactly what her husband said and did to her.
You're such a faker. You're no good.
This behavior is called dramatization. Dramatization is a replay in the present of something that happened in the past. An engram is simply a recording, like a phonograph record.
Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
You don't hear it until something causes it to play. When an engram gets re-stimulated, the reactive mind merely plays back the recording.
Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
And you may act exactly like the people contained in that engram,
Just shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
doing and saying exactly the same things that were done and said to you.
Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
But language isn't the only thing recorded in an engram. There is, among other things, the sensation of pain. After all, you were injured or ill when you received it. So, if the language in an engram gets dramatized, what do you think happens when the recording plays back that pain?